Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 219 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. I'm your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood. Our powers combined, we are your HBCU homeboys. Blessed and highly favored. Happy to be here. And shout out Kev in the back. What up?
Kev, what up? Y'all know what it is when it comes to episode 219 of the Splashcast. We do our HBCU news around the culture, followed by whatever is in season. This will be the last season episode for football being the main thing. Then we'll do basically a basketball pod. If you're listening to the playback, go back and listen to the mic check. If you're here with us live, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got a few things we're gonna talk about. First, we're gonna start out with HBCU news around the culture. Quick hits. Shout out to Bouie. I think they're gonna go first. Bouie State hires Coach Dawson Odums, well-respected head coach from around now the breaking news that everyone's talking about, the Falcons. Yeah, we'll get there. Shout out to Dawson Odums. He is the new coach of Bouie State. He is the former head coach of Southern University. I believe he's the last head coach of Southern University to win a SWAC title. He is also former coach of Norfolk State, and then he was also coaching in North Carolina before he came to Southern. So very, very well-respected coach, man. What do you think about this hire?
I think it's a great hire for them. This is a team that we've talked about every year having a ton of talent and just underperforming. So for him, you go in with the opportunity, hopefully, to put together a good team and have a good team actually be good versus trying to build something from nothing, which is a lot more difficult. I'm excited for it. And always, anytime that we have somebody good in the MEAC, especially if Bouie can be more competitive, it's better for everybody.
Yeah, Bouie, Dawson Odums has really good recruiting ties in that area, coming from Norfolk while he was at Norfolk State before Mike Vick. So he should improve that roster really, really well. Y'all make sure y'all tune into that and keep it. We're gonna keep y'all alerted about what's going on in HBCU news anyway in the fall. FCS. Oh, we're gonna hear Richard Dent named special advisor to the head coach at Tennessee State. He is probably the most famous Tennessee State alum, NFL wise, Hall of Famer. This is really good for getting alumni and others involved.
Spend that money, Richard back, spend that money.
Yeah, it's interesting that he came back. And they made him special advisor while after. I thought this was something they would have done with Eddie George being there, but either way,
need him as much.
It's really good. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, when Eddie was there, he was the guy. It would have been nice, but you also get to a point where let's kind of save our spades. And Eddie has moved on to Bowling Green and doing great. Then yeah, absolutely. Let me pull out my next big joke and see if we can continue to win and kind of get this thing rolling. And excellent football guy. And I love these special advisor roles where you just get paid and you kind of do what you want to.
Yeah. Teach y'all how to play real football where before all the rules came and messed it up, as he would say. And then, of course, we have one last quick hit, which was FCS attendance leaders. Shout out to Jackson State.
Numero uno.
First off, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the top 10 schools in terms of FCS attendance in football this year are HBCUs. 3 SWAC, 1 MEAC. That deserves a round of applause. That deserves shout out to the fans.
And shout out to all y'all who are uninformed, who don't know about HBCU football. Oh, no, we have a ton of people going to our games. And North Dakota State ain't going to be on that list no more. They have moved on. They are now in FBS. So hopefully hopefully number 11 is HBCU 2. So we have 5 out of the top. That'll be great.
Southern has now brought in Marshall Faulk, so you assume that that's going to bring in a couple more thousand people a game. Alabama State is supposed to be good. Norfolk State has Vic, of course. So in it if you know some of us, if your school, all you got to do is be good. If you're good, it's gonna be more teams. So again, real quick hits. Shout out to Dawson Odums getting hired. Shout out to Richard Dent being appointed special advisor. Shout out to the 4 HBCUs in the top 10 of FCS attendance.
And
leaders.
Sacramento State is run by black people, so we taking it how we can get
adjacent HBCU
exactly. Y'all at HBCU.
With that being said, With that being said, okay, we are now going to go. We have nothing to talk about college football. National Signing Day is a dud now. Basically, they should just get rid of it. Let's talk about Falcons Focus real fast. I don't even know it's going to be real fast. We have a couple questions from the audience. One, is it true Penix is done because he can't get under center because of his knees? No, Penix has said that's not true. He has basically thrown Zach Robinson under the bus.
Rightfully so.
Zach Robinson is the reason that our offense sucked. We'll see.
Congrats, Baker Mayfield, because this is the thing about this is very interesting, is that Zach Robinson is now the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is right around the corner. And Michael Penix is basically throw him on the bus and said it was always him. And y'all know what I'm gonna say. Pete's gonna come out of confusion every time. Every time.
So to answer that question, we'll see. I don't think it's true. He played under center at Indiana a lot. Hopefully he can this time in Atlanta, because that's basically the offense that Stefanski runs. You have to be able to run play action pass. But that's not why we're here. For those that have, if you're a Falcons fan, you know this. For those that are not Falcons fans,
we cannot have nice things.
Our star rookie edge rusher that we traded up for, that we don't have a first round pick in this draft because we traded up to get him, James Pierce Jr., who led all rookies with 10.5 sacks, was arrested. I'm had a full mental episode meltdown and was arrested after putting himself and his ex-girlfriend, who was a WNBA player, in grave danger. Rakia Jackson, in grave danger because he got emotional and had a mental episode.
Now, I want to. They apparently had broken up
after 3
years. Apparently, yeah. They broke up. She blocked him. I don't know how he found her, apparently. And this is all allegedly
hearsay.
Yeah, this is just what we've seen from everywhere. But he tracked her down, ran his car into her car, tried to get in her car at the intersection, all of these things. I try not to pass judgment before I hear the whole story, because in many cases, once you hear the whole story, it makes a lot more sense. Now, the other part about this is, a lot of times when I hear the whole story, then it's not nearly as crazy as it always is. And there's rarely a retraction for whatever happened. But this is a little different because James Pierce Jr. before the draft had some character questions. And then he came to the Atlanta Falcons and he was the best little soldier you could ask for. He didn't wild out. He didn't do nothing crazy. He played really good. He honestly, I think he played better than Jalen Walker as a rookie. The Falcons had best pass rush we've had in ages. We were second in sacks this year. We made it through the season. We just got our new coach. Poor Stefanski. Just right back into the frying pan. As soon as I get here, my stud DN is driving his car into NBA sweetheart Rakia Jackson's car. had to be restrained by from the video 4 or 5 different police officers.
6 cops. All right. First off, before I say anything else, prayers to all those involved.
Absolutely, 1,000.
Prayers to Rakia Jackson. Prayers to JPJ and his family. I think his mom, literally 2 days before, was on stage saying, "I'm so proud of you for being the man that you've become, and you've gotten past all of everything that people talked bad about, and you stayed the course, and I love you," on stage. And then this happens. Prayers to everybody involved before I say anything else. It's not about football. It's about somebody's lives. The police said that he was lucky to be alive because he rammed her car, tried to drive away, hit a police car, and hit a policeman in the knee. Shout out to Miami PD for showing restraint.
Intentionally collided into the rear of her vehicle. You guys.
He tried to.
While driving away, SUV struck an officer, which is y'all know what that is. We black. That's a big F. Felony, assault of an officer.
Death. The officer said he is lucky to be alive. Then he tried to run, and they tried to restrain him, and he was still walking, trying to get to her.
Pierce is facing 2 felony counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and a felony count of aggravated stalking. Other charges include fleeing and eluding police officers, aggravated battery of that's the one, boy. Eluding police officer, aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer, also felonies, and a misdemeanor count of resisting arrest. So I was confused about the weapon. The weapon is the car.
Yes, he didn't have. Yeah, so
you gotta clarify that though, because I was like, what weapon? You was riding around with the pew pew too, dog. You got to.
So you don't know everything that happened. We're not privy to everything. His lawyers have already done what they're supposed to do and said that they can't wait for the full investigation. He maintains his innocence and I'm assuming that's for some of the charges, but. From a football standpoint, now that I've said the prayer, y'all heard me say the prayers now. Y'all heard me say them. This is some bullshit, dog. We can't have nothing. We can't have, and to all y'all people this is what I don't like when somebody goes through something, everybody jumps out publicly and says, I told you. I went to high school with him. He was crazy in 9th grade. Man,
anonymous source. Anonymous source.
Yeah, bro. Shut the hell up.
You weren't telling us nothing when he had 10.5 sacks.
Dog.
Not a thing.
I had people I went to high school with that have questionable run-ins with the law and everything, bro. You don't know the story.
He be in jail all the time, fighting all in the airport.
That's just one. I went to school with a lot of them.
He fighting in the airport once a month.
You don't know the story, dog. So y'all jumping out here, and this man is going through this. Y'all forget that some of y'all were 21 at the time, 22. This is probably first real big heartbreak with money.
Yeah, that's
emotional.
That's the part where, in hindsight, as a 39-year-old, almost approaching 40-year-old man, I can look at this and be like, who? I know that. And this is kind of what comes with the territory. Like, and she's an NBA sweetheart that everybody loves. She plays tough basketball. Let me be very clear though. She ain't no joke. But they probably had a passionate relationship. She blocked him. He in love. And yeah, and all of that. And you're right. I'm 24
he got millions of dollars to show his love.
And like, if y'all go back and look at anything, until they weren't together, they were always together. He's supporting her at her games, she at his games, all of those things. I ain't saying it's right, but I mean, we number one, we don't have enough details. Right. Yeah. Number one, we don't have enough details. And number two, the vast majority of us have been dumb and in love and young. And that is not a great recipe.
And we were broke and did stupid things, not with millions of dollars in a Lamborghini.
Right.
So and again, does not excuse domestic violence, does not excuse putting, if you're in love, you don't put the loved one.
Because I'm going to tell you, if it was my sister, J.A., linebacker or not, you been shot ass.
Still could be. Right, what you mean? Hey, you bailed out, brother.
Right.
Hey, no, hey, we ain't got no problem. Don't nobody know my face.
Right. You think you just drive Lamborghinis into my sister's car, brother? No, we don't play like that. We do not play like that.
But all of that to say, the Falcons, bro, we cannot. I mean, we just got respectable. We went from terrible to like, hey, man, this Falcons defense is really good. They got these two. And as soon
Ulbrich got to be over there like, damn, man, they let me keep this job, and then you mess up.
The one that we met with you for. Your mama telling everybody that he's such a great guy. And then you pull this. And then, normally they'll say some substances involved in them sober. Oh. I was like,
and just as a young black man, bro, you lucky they did not kill you.
The chief of police said he is lucky to be alive.
Now, I'm gonna tell you also,
everybody says you need to be modest about these cars. I guarantee you the reason he's alive is because it's the Lamborghini. If that was a Honda Accord,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't never been no police officer. It's not a job I think I could do. But the first day that somebody want to hit me with a car, pew 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 pew, I'm gonna fight back. Also, thoughts and prayers to the officer, man.
And he walked away. He was walking through the officers.
That is another reason I am never going to be a police officer. You think I'm going to apprehend James Pierce Jr. without deadly force?
250.
I have seen him terrorize elite athletes. Ain't nothing I can do over there except for get whooped.
Bruh. I again, prayers to everybody involved. This shit was wild to watch it. As I was literally, where were we? It was my second daughter. It was K2's first birthday. We had just cut the cake. And it said, hey, when all your devices light up?
Right.
My home phone lit up, my work phone lit up, my TV went off, the notification on, and everybody was like, what's going on? And it showed him getting absolutely run down, no pun intended, by the police. Like I was just like,
bro, what is going on?
I just put my phone down. I was like, let's just eat some cake. Whatever.
That is, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. That is how I've been dealing with this situation. Don't look at it. Don't worry about it. It is so far out of control of anything that you could actually do anything about. And it's so intensely frustrating that the only thing you can do is just act like it didn't happen. It's just like, well, I'm going about my life. And it ain't ain't even football season. I just
it just ended football season. The fiscal year is about to start over next month.
I'm just moving on like Maya and
like Cardi B. That was a good one. Pierce video on ABC National News. Is he now trade bait for a new quarterback? Let me tell you something.
No.
While we talked about NBA 2K and the trades that they were doing in the NBA, this is not Madden. When you have this on your record, you are trying to see if you are not going to jail, 5-year minimum, and are they even going to allow you to play anymore? Now he did bond out and he came straight to Atlanta.
So yeah, I'm sure you gotta go see your employer. Arthur Blank price. Now.
That's my jet. You come to Atlanta. That's my jet. Did you come to Atlanta?
The jet was probably outside the jail in the street. Like, yeah, we're gonna take him right out of nowhere else.
Arthur Blank, like, come on, bro. Again? Again?
I'm gonna tell y'all,
Thought I left that in the past.
he has to get tired of us.
Us, and y'all know what we mean by us.
And I don't
Archie Blake,
typically
like, look,
say
I
that.
could just, you need to go buy the
Hey,
Vegas Raiders.
no, he need to go get him a baseball team or something. Football is not working out.
Football ain't for us, bro.
Man, no, I keep having to deal with them, you know what, and they keep being themselves. And they expect me to win a championship.
Just donated all that money to them HBCUs, and
right?
yeah, you know he hot.
Hey, I want some of my money back.
Big MAGA,
right? The biggest. I think that like y'all gonna turn him. If he wasn't, then he be like, well,
he gonna be. You know what? I got experience.
I keep trying.
I was over there.
Y'all gonna make him. Y'all gonna turn him into his villain era. And he already looked like a villain anyway. Speaking of villains.
All right, we're moving on. Hey, so Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend went to the North Carolina versus Duke game, and we'll get to the Super Bowl here in a second. Y'all know that he was not inducted into the Hall of Fame as a first-time Hall of Famer. I'm sorry, first ballot Hall of Famer. As the most winningest coach, Super Bowl winningest coach in history.
And that boy.
And he then and backstory, Robert Kraft and Tom Brady have really separated themselves from Bill Belichick. He has basically been left out in the cold when it comes to that legacy. It's Bill Belichick and then everybody else. And everybody else, and when I say everybody else, really the main players, which would be Tom Brady and Robert Kraft. Everybody else is like, hey, he has these rings because of Tom Brady, is the underlying tone of everything. And Robert Kraft just kept Bill Belichick. I dealt with Belichick, but Tom Brady was the one that made this engine go. So Belichick has heard it all. His girlfriend Hudson has heard it all. They went to the game. Y'all know Robert Kraft had that little run-in with the massage parlor. Well, the massage parlor was named Orchids of Asia Day Spa.
The old rub and tug, baby.
And she wore a shirt with the massage parlor tied to Robert Kraft, which is hilarious because of that. It's hilarious because of the files. It's hilarious because of the Super Bowl and the timing. It's hilarious because they were front and center at the game on TV and you could see it. This was the most elite troll I've seen in a long time.
So I have a bunch of feelings. Number one, he ain't a Kelly, but he is a freaky Robert. Got it. Second part is I did my due diligence on this because I did not believe that this was real. And I looked this thing up 4 different times because y'all know I don't like to come on here and just spread BS for the sake of having something to talk about. This is real. This is authentic. I just because it's so we get so much stuff posted and we look at it. Sometimes it just be BS on the internet. And I do pride myself in making sure that the things that I come in here and talk about are legitimate. And this is legitimate and it's petty. Now, I also think that this is extremely low integrity by Bill.
To allow this, right?
Yeah, like in another conversation, I would use a lot different words, but this is the best way I can say this is a sucker move. Like whatever y'all had between Robert Kraft, Tom Brady, and y'all ran it up. Y'all hit the highest of highs. And even though y'all may have not gotten along, seen eye to eye, y'all had enough success where whatever issues y'all could have had, y'all know how I believe in things. Keep it internal. There's no reason for us to embarrass ourselves like this. And to let this girlfriend of yours, who everybody, including your own family, has a bunch of questions about, pull some BS like this. This is extremely low integrity. If I'm University of North Carolina, I'm also tapping you on the shoulder like, what in the hell are you doing? like, first of all, from a pure NFL standpoint, we're trying to take guys from the University of North Carolina, and I want them to be drafted by the Patriots if they can be drafted by the Patriots. Robert Kraft is probably not going to draft your players if you're going to take the man's most embarrassing moment and let your girlfriend wear a shirt. Now, in the low brow, petty, disrespectful human land, oh, it's 1,000. It's a million thousand. It's 1,000 millions. This is the most petty. I'm talking about low. When they go low, we go to hell. And she's just smiling, skinning, and grinning. I honestly kind of want one of these shirts. I had to survive 28-3. Least I could do is get old rub and tug shirt.
It makes you want to tune into the Hall of Fame party that he's going to have on the day of the Hall of Fame as well. You didn't hear about that?
Oh, it's going to be some mess. I mean, I had not considered that, but yeah, consider, because Robert didn't make it this year. Bill didn't make it this year. And will Tom be eligible next year?
5 years. I don't think he won the Super Bowl in 2020, 29, whatever.
I would love for them to all get into the Hall of Fame at the same time. I like
have to sit next to each other.
Yeah.
What do you think about the coaches is coming out that the people that didn't vote for him in are tap dancing around like Bill Polian and Tony Dungy, and how all the players, everybody's calling them out to their face?
Why are y'all upset now? T.O. was not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Neither was Randy Moss. They've been doing sucker moves. This is not any.
Well, yeah.
Ain't no nothing. They've been on this. The only reason that people are upset is because it's Belichick and Robert Kraft. Do they deserve to be there? Absolutely. Randy Moss and Terrell Owens are two of the top 5 receivers in NFL history. They both deserve to be first ballot Hall of Famers. Now the issue is. The bigger issue is they said that they were holding Bill Belichick accountable for Spygate, Deflategate, Gate, all of that. You better fucking not. When Thomas Edward Patrick Brady is available, he better be a first ballot Hall of Famer, or you're going to have to throw football away. Which don't make sense.
But you've set the precedent. You can't blame
Reggie.
2 people and then allow the third person to be first ballot.
I agree with that. Especially Deflategate, and you were the guy who actually told the ball boy what to do. Then after you did that, y'all know Tom Brady's my boy, but I'm going to keep it real. Tom Brady also took that phone and broke it into a million different pieces and dropped it in the water. Yeah. So what y'all going to do now?
Now I do. Spygate, so y'all got it. You can't get in.
Oh, do it. But I also think that the good part about this is, and there is going to be good and bad every time, that I think that they're going to make them now post the votes. You ain't going to be able to do this.
Ain't no more anonymous. Yeah.
And anytime we can get closer to like anonymity, say it with your chest. And when you
stand on your square.
Yeah, exactly. You have the privilege. You are essentially the gatekeeper to manage who gets in and out of the Hall of Fame. If you are heavy as the head, if you've been given this responsibility, then you should wear it as a badge of honor. You should be able to say with your chest, this is who I picked and why. I like transparency. I love transparency. So, yeah, I think that even in the midst of this, it'll end up being a small blip in the whole scheme of things, but it's going to end up making the NFL better long term. Peace through confusion.
Yeah. So that's what we got for, Bill Belichick. I mean, that's crazy.
Stop being a sucker, man. The sucker move. At the end of the day, it's a sucker move.
Super Bowl. Shout out, congratulations to Sam Darnold and
Scam
the
Darnold
Seahawks.
I'm gonna say it again. Scam Darnold. I called No. I'm gonna say it because I said it when he was down. I called you Scam Darnold. I gotta give you a lot of credit, a lot of respect. He had 0 turnovers in the playoffs. You did what quarterbacks need to do. You won the game. You played within the game. I called you Scam Darnold for 4 years. I'm gonna tell you, it's the New York Jets. The Jets need to go. Woody Johnson and the Jets, it's over. It's over. We already got a team in New York anyway. Move them. I'm dead. You think I'm dead serious?
Where you gonna move it to? New Jersey?
No, get out of all of that. Go somewhere else. Hell, Houston could have a team on the north side. They will be better than the Jets. But there are definitely places that need football teams. And definitely not the Jets. They mismanage life.
So this game was wild crazy. You want to talk about Darnold's journey first? Let's talk. I talk about the game. The game was 9-0 at halftime. The first half was absolutely what did you call it? Dry. It was
dry. Kicking field goals.
Defensive football. And I told y'all, I said, hey, this is going to be a defensive game. I think I called the score 18-14 is what I said on the pod. And for 3 quarters, 3.5, I was like, we really may get to this because it was 12-0. And then
they was going to kick a field goal out. That was the Seahawks' grand strategy. Just keep on kicking field goals.
And play defense. And it was going to work because I was like, they're going to get to 18. They're going to kick 6 field goals on y'all. They've already kicked 4. They're going to kick 2 more. And then the Patriots started pressing because they had to figure out how to score. And they scored. Shout out to Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins had a good game. But
also, Mac Hollins, bro.
Ain't he why black? He showed up in them shackles?
Ain't he black?
I mean, yes.
He worked. Yes. Hey, he got cornrows, so yes. Brother, we don't do handcuffs. We don't do correctional facilities outfits, not on purpose. So I want to be mad, but he the only person who showed up. So
yeah. The Seahawks, shout out to Kenneth Walker III, another redemption story. Sam Darnold's the first redemption story. Kenneth Walker III is the next redemption story. He got the MVP, 27 carries, 135 yards. If y'all remember, he was like a freshman sensation at Michigan State, had a really, really good career. I think he was drafted in the 2nd round by Seattle. And then he wasn't bad. He just was flawed in the NFL. And they brought in Zach Charbonnet. And Charbonnet took his starting job and then tore his ACL before the playoffs. And Kenneth Walker III,
funny story,
was the leading rusher in the playoffs. And he was making defenders look silly.
I love a patient runner. And he's willing to stop himself if need be until the line develops. And that takes a lot of discipline that a lot of running backs don't have now. Most of these guys, one cut, and I just want to go. He's going to wait for the play to develop. He's not the greatest catcher out of the backfield, but the way that they were guarding Jackson Smith and Jigba, he was like, well, if he's open, I'm going to throw him the ball, whether or not he can catch it. And the majority of times he did. He had one bad drop, but outside of that, man, the dude played a fantastic football game. He basically made, as much as Sam Darnold managed the game, Kenneth Walker was the co-manager of the game. And I'll just get first downs. I'll take what I can get. I'll be a patient runner. I'll catch the ball out of the backfield. I won't put us in harm's way. And if we keep doing that and the defense plays the way that it does, well, then, hell, we'll win a Super Bowl the old-fashioned way. Yeah, and I appreciate it.
I mean, if it wasn't for a penalty, he would have had he had 135 yards. He had a 40-yard run taken back.
But that lineman was holding on purpose. I gotta get my man. I get it. I appreciate that lineman too. Buying my car or something. He was trying to get you. He was trying to get you out of there. I get it. It's football.
180 yards. Shout out to him.
Hold
It
on.
was a really, really good game. Shout out again, redemption story for him. Redemption story for Sam Darnold. $4 million worth of incentives. Goes from the Jets to the Panthers to the 49ers.
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up now.
And he learned from Shanahan, who he said was for the first time he actually learned how to prep for a football game, which is crazy. And then he goes to Minnesota and it's crazy. So yeah, he's drafted number 3 overall by the Jets. We don't even look at the record of the Jets. The Jets been bad my entire life.
No. I'm gonna say it 13-25, and y'all had 3 years because y'all drafted him in 2018. Then he don't get to the Panthers until 2021, so that's 3 years. Now the man, just like Reggie said, he said that he learned how to be a football player in 1 year in 2023, playing with Shanahan, where he was a backup. He was not a starter for the 49ers. That means that you only getting 2 or 3 reps every set of 10 because the starter got to get his. So you telling me that y'all had him for 3 years, getting the vast majority of the snaps and reps, and then this guy goes to be a backup and he learns more? Get rid of the Jets. Burn it down. Burn it down. It's not a real organization. It's a scam. It's like Mattress Firm. It ain't real. Nothing. It's all a scam.
Shout out to the Panthers too. You had Baker and Sam on the same team.
This is what I will tell y'all. It's not about the players on the field. It's about your ownership and leadership. They will 100% determine the level of success and the level of failure. That's the reason. If you look at the Milwaukee Bucks and you look at the Cleveland Browns, they have the same situation. If you look at the Atlanta Falcons, we be 8-9 every year. You are what your leadership is. That's the reason Steelers always figure it out. They may go be bad for 2 or 3 years. They bounce back. Same thing with the Lakers. They be bad for 3 or 4 years. They going to find a way to get somebody in that building to make it work. That's what it's about. Spurs, same way.
This is just a list of misfortune. The Jets, the Panthers, the 49ers are the only team that came out looking pretty on this list besides before he gets to the Seahawks because they taught him how to actually play.
Time out.
Compare.
I disagree because where was the Super Bowl? San Francisco. So you had to watch a man who was in your building go somewhere else, bring his team back into your house, do the Bad Bunny, and win the Super Bowl. You don't need to be sleeping.
Yeah, I don't think that because they already had their quarterback and literally their entire team fell apart. The whole team. The whole team got hurt.
Okay.
So that's
maybe y'all deal with things differently than I do. I would not be. I wouldn't be DEFCON.
Yeah, I would be happy, but I would be
tight. I would now. This is where it gets real interesting.
Minnesota Vikings. This is where you are hurt. You are crying in the corner. You are doing whatever type of vice you have.
What they be like?
And you here's the bleach. like you are so hurt because you were literally the Seattle Seahawks the year before. Yep. You were literally this team. You had Jackson Smith and Jigba, aka Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in football. You had the defensive coordinator who Brian Flores had the team playing amazing defense. You had Daniil Hunter. Don't forget that they had him too. And they had all of these players and all
No, that's Justin Gennard. I mean Jonathan Gennard.
You're right, Jonathan Gennard. They traded him. You had all of these players on the team. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson. I think they traded for TJ
Hawkinson.
You have all. Then you had the 2 running backs, just like Seattle had. You had it there, and all you had to do was re-sign him for a modest contract instead of going with the quarterback that we all knew was not good in JJ McCarthy.
And I challenge y'all to go back and watch us. I said specifically, if I'm Justin Jefferson, I'm asking for a trade immediately. I said, it ain't no way this man to help me have arguably one of the best seasons I've ever had. And y'all gonna let him walk for a guy.
Has correct. Ever been.
Correct. Jinx. But and you gonna bring back who? JJ McCarthy, who we've never seen throw the ball well. Justin Jefferson, I wouldn't even go back to Minnesota. The whole state would never see me again. If it ain't a away game, I ain't going.
It's crazy. And
when I say
y'all fired the GM, and the GM ain't nobody just and he ain't the only one that made a decision. I think that's the fall guy, but everybody need to be fired.
And I hate to tell y'all, because everybody is the new Sam Darnold's Mac Jones. He played 8 or 9 games for the 49ers and looked like a world beater. Well, guess what? 49ers said we ain't trading him.
Fool me once.
Now,
shame on you.
Do I think that that's a wise decision for the 49ers? No, because you sell high. But
they could definitely be playing around now. They could. I'm gonna trade him. What you got?
Right, but but that's also everybody's plan. Everybody can't have the same plan, and the plan right now seems to be Malik Willis, Mac Jones. Nobody really want to touch Tua. Nobody want to touch Kyler.
Nope. One plays video games. One leaves this dimension every now and then. Can't do it.
Right. So shout out to Minnesota. Maybe y'all get Kirk back. But you played yourself. Speaking, I'm not going to say he played himself, but he did not play well.
Man, shout out to the Patriots, Christian Gonzalez. You were the best cornerback, possibly the best player on the field.
Oh, hey, I don't know about that. Now, Eamon Warren played his ass off too. Now, like there was. What I will say about this game is the Patriots defense has nothing that they should be upset about. They played a Super Bowl winning game. Now, this offensive line. And
yeah, that's what I was getting to. They got Christian Gonzalez, and the defense played about as well as you possibly could play. They didn't allow a touchdown until the fourth quarter after a turnover.
Right.
But that offensive line for the Patriots.
But see, this is tricky.
Absolutely destroyed.
This is tricky.
I don't remember his name. What's his name? Walker? Will?
Oh, Will Campbell.
Will Campbell
gave up 14 quarterback pressures. Most of any player all season. He was getting his ass cut. But I'll be honest, it was the entire offensive line. The other part is, and I do leave this at the feet of the GM. You can't have the entire left side of your defense, of your offensive line be rookies. That is not a wise decision. Not when you have a young quarterback.
They made it to the Super Bowl.
Okay. And now that you say that, before this game, Campbell wasn't in question. Drake May wasn't in question. Drake May was a MVP candidate.
That is incorrect. Will Campbell has been in question all year.
Okay. I will give you that. I do think that the injury played a part in this, but people are definitely looking at Drake May very funny.
Oh, I don't. Drake May ain't do nothing to man. They ran the ball for 79 yards, and he had 37 of them.
I agree, but he was also seeing ghosts out there. I'm saying that there are
got 8 sacks.
Yes, and yes, and they gave up the most sacks of any team in the playoffs ever. that is not what you want to sign to your team.
You gonna
But
see
yeah,
those two. Let me smack you 8 times, and then act like I'm gonna smack you another 15. When you go flinch, I promise you go flinch every time.
But that is an interesting situation they have. I assume that they're probably going after more senior offensive linemen going forward. You got to have a better rotation or something. You can't, and that's the other part was they didn't have enough. At the point where Will wasn't working, you got to be able to say we got somebody else because he was getting dogged. I'm talking about you got to a point where that was the fun part of the game was see how he's going to get destroyed. You wasn't watching nothing but up. There you go, that left side.
And they playing their guard out. Really, he deserves to be a guard. This is for all the scouts. You know, all the scouts, so they take a lot of heat saying, oh, he's not going to be good because he doesn't have the arm length or the hand size is too small.
Get him off you.
Wrong.
Got to get him off you.
All of everything that they scouted him and saying this was a problem has come back to bite him this year. And they also have their guard.
It's a problem in the Super Bowl.
They should move everybody down. They should go get a left tackle, and then they put him at left tackle. Crazy. They should go get a tackle. Correct. They should go get a left tackle, move him to guard, and move their guard to center. That's what they really should do. That would work to me because he's probably a prototypical guard because he has short arms, but he was getting bull rushed, and you can't do that as a guard. But that defense, Mike McDonald, man, he had a great scheme. They kept saying coming up to this game, Seattle is not a blitzing defense. They rush with 4, they drop in zone, and they're gonna play just like we talked about with Florida State back in the day.
4-man rush.
I'm just better than you. I'm better than you, and there's nothing you can do. This game, they completed that first pass. They said, okay, and they blitzed that safety probably 30% of the time. And I was like, oh, well, I know they're not ready for this, and there's nothing that they can do. And there's nothing they could do. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't throw the ball. New England's defense was great. I'm not great. They were good, but they got tired after a while. I saw it in their eyes. They was getting beat up.
You also getting demoralized because you seeing your teammate getting his ass whooped every play. Oh, we got to go out here and try to at least limit them to a field goal every time. And I mean, that shit gonna work as long. But I'm also got to tackle Kenneth Walker Jr. 17 times too. Hey, brother, help me. But ain't nobody to help you because ain't nobody to help Will Campbell out there getting destroyed.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp had a decent game. Mac Hollins had a good game. DeMario Douglas was actually looked really good. They just didn't. Stephon Diggs got shut down. They shut him down. Kayshawn Butte, he had a whole bunch of drops.
To Mac Hollins making it interesting there with the Mac to Max.
Twice.
He had two big catches. Right when everybody was ready to go home, Mac Hollins said, "Wait,
packing up."
Because everybody was in the group like, well, look like this almost up with her, and then to save the day right on time. Much needed. But yeah, this was an okay Super Bowl. I think that this guy is the guy who saved it.
Oh, the halftime show. What'd you think about it?
I am a Bad Bunny fan. I really enjoyed this one because the production level was fantastic. It had a great theme. It was very uplifting for the Latino community. Like, for it to be produced with something positive behind it. Like, you know, we got Snoop and 50 Cent and Eminem, but that didn't really uplift the Black community. Like, Bad Bunny actually, you know, from the symbolism, the power lines, you know, showing how that the people in Puerto Rico struggling with power, to the flags, its representation, making sure that, like, this was the equivalent of a Kendrick Lamar album. Everything that you saw that you thought had a meaning behind did. The people who got married actually got married. The kid who he gave a Grammy to, the lady who gave him a shot, she's one of the people who owns the last few I guess like bars or something. Like everything has some symbolism behind it. I really appreciated it, and the music slaps. And Ronald Acuna made it.
Yeah, he had a lot of famous folks in
Cardi
that
B.
set. I liked how not gonna be messy. I enjoyed the halftime show. I will say, I think it would have hit a little more on the petty side because I had to go back and read what he was saying. You know, they started putting the translation up later. If he would have had the translation up then, I understand why you didn't because that was sending a message. But the stuff that he was saying, like he was singing about, it was like, you know, he sang about ice. He sang about we're all one America. America isn't, the continent isn't just North America isn't just United States. America, the whole hemisphere isn't just United States. We're all America. Like the piece, like he had a whole lot of stuff that he said that people probably didn't catch at first. That I would have loved to see, but I get why he did it.
I will make you go do the research. I'm gonna make you read, and I appreciate that.
You said something to me saying you said I shouldn't be here, Trump, and now he said fine. I'm gonna do the whole thing in Spanish now.
Right. And if you want to know what I said, and somebody's going to do the lyrical breakdown, then you got to go back, and that means, first of all, Trump, you said you were gonna watch. You wasn't gonna watch. You was gonna watch Kid Rock. Number one, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Kid Rock perform. It's terrible. Number two, they couldn't get the clearances.
Real messy.
So you couldn't even watch it. Then Trump gets out, and as soon as it's over and gives his long diatribe, which means that you watched immediately. Then you had to have somebody else watch again and give you the lyrical breakdown. Then I'm sure you watched it again. So you doubled up. Congratulations. Bad Bunny, undefeated, never lost.
Really, really, really good show from the production standpoint. I liked all the elements of Puerto Rico. Was that sugarcane that they were dancing in?
Correct.
Thought so. Like, I enjoyed all of those elements of it.
And shout out to the people who got married at the Super Bowl during the Bad Bunny,
where he did that kind of on the fly. So they invited him to the wedding randomly. You know, that's what you do. You invite people, all corporations to send you gifts and all that stuff. And he was like, "Why don't you just be in the Super Bowl with me?" Right. It was like, cool. So they had the family up there, and they
the Spanish family who had their granddaddy who went out to the pharmacy and ended up dancing. Chef's kiss, man. And I'm like, nothing better than finding like real organic human people. Now I know the dancers, they there to get paid and do all of that. But anytime you can incorporate just people off the street, hey, you want to do this? I'll give you the experience that, number one, nobody will ever believe, but everybody will have to believe because it's been recorded. All right.
And y'all was worried about the whole what he was gonna dress like, how he was gonna be, who was gonna be on there, if it was gonna be Pride or whatever. That man had some of
oh, he did that too. I knew he was going. As soon as that, it was a short clip, but I was like, oh, they're gonna be mad about that. But also, I can say this as a single man, the people who listening, I think that most of us appreciate Spanish women, no matter what your country of origin is. I think that's one of the things that does unite us all, or at least the majority of us. Stephon Diggs included. But yeah, love a good Spanish woman. But overall, this was the story of the Super Bowl in hindsight. Bad Bunny he outshined the game itself. Everything, like you kind of had not the biggest name teams and players, even though Jackson Smith and Jigba is, I think he's top 5 and probably not 5 wide receiver, but he didn't really have the greatest game. So yeah, Bad Bunny ends up being the person. Yeah.
If he didn't get hurt, he was probably gonna be crazy. Yeah, man. And shout out to revamp the American education system, because there's too many stupid people that don't know that Puerto Rico is not a territory.
They don't know the 3 branches of government. They surely don't know the territories.
Including you, Sage Steele. She had a...
Oh, no, I refuse to talk about that clown on this show. We're moving right along. In more
So now
Seahawks
that
news,
the Super Bowl is over with, what we all knew was happening.
right?
There was only one. There was one person remaining for a coaching job and one coaching job available. Klint Kubiak, the son of Gary Kubiak,
Correct.
the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, is now accepting the job as the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. Let me tell you, Klint, got some work ahead of you, big dog. Got some work ahead of you.
It's funny you say that because I have another opinion. No thanks.
I was happy a black man didn't take this job. You don't have to figure out the O line.
I just won a Super Bowl. No. Hell
Should have
no.
put a Ben Johnson. Should have put a Ben Johnson and waited. Like, now you are going to get Fernando Mendoza. You are going to figure out a way to trade Max Crosby. He's the best quarterback in the draft. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have to trade Max Crosby for something because he don't want to be there. And then you are going to have to literally build out this offense around Ashton Genty. Maybe you may trade him too. And you're going to have to rebuild this entire offense. This is a 3-year rebuild to even get to playing competitive football. Not to mention you're in the AFC West.
No. Everything here says no. I have to be careful with Fernando Mendoza because I have not had the best track record on assessing his successes and failures. With that being said, like just looking at the raw data and stats, I'm not sure if he's ready to. I don't think that there are many quarterbacks that are ready to quarterback this team. Fernando Mendoza, too. Then on top of that, you're in the AFC West, and this is an organization that has historically just done the worst things. Then on day one, I have to get rid of the best player I have because he doesn't want to be here anymore. Or I could stay as the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks. I'm going to keep my
job. I only have to score 2 touchdowns to win.
Right. And I got a world beater defense, and I could develop this. No way in hell. But hey, man, like Reggie said, it ain't a black man taking this death trap job. You're going to be fired. Good news is they probably won't blame you for it.
Yeah. So that was the Super Bowl. Shout out to Seattle. That defense is for real. Nick Emanwari is that whole secondary. Emanwari, Devin Witherspoon, Ernest Jones at linebacker, Josh Jobe, who tore his Achilles in the national championship game for Alabama a few years back, has come all the way back, had 7 total tackles, 6 solo, and a tackle for loss. Kobe Bryant, who was the opposite of what's his name? Sauce Gardner at Cincinnati, Byron Murphy. Hey, we do need to say this to you Cowboys fans. DeMarcus Lawrence was right.
Right.
He was right.
Can't win here.
I'm never going to win a Super Bowl in Dallas, and went to Seattle and immediately won a Super Bowl. Immediately, bro.
Shout out to Seattle because they used to be the Legion of Boom, LOB. Now they are MOB, which stands for Mission Over Bullshit, Mission Complete. Very good job. And I forgot who got all the necklaces that say MOB. Great job. In very interesting news, George Pickens will be franchise tagged by the Cowboys. I don't know how I feel.
30 million, right?
Yeah, if I was him, I would not be happy. I would not be happy at all. I would be demanding that I get the hell on out of here. I cannot risk a possible injury and then not having any money after I just basically was the wide receiver 1 for at least half of the season and kept your team afloat. No.
$24 million franchise tag. I mean, you're going to have to pay him. And I'm assuming that you're probably going to end up getting the 35. You're going to get the $35 million a year, probably 4-year, 140. is probably where you end up going. 3 years plus a team option, or 4 year one. Actually, no, 4 year probably fully guaranteed. Because if you don't pay him, somebody else gonna pay him. He's gonna be somewhere really soon on a long term deal.
Correct.
That franchise tag and then you play it out is dead. That ain't gonna.
Yes, it's like bad debt. Once you get behind, you'll never get out. But Dallas, that's a problem for you, Jerry. You don't like to pay people until it's too late, so you're gonna do what you always do. Moving right along, Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year. If not him, then who?
Mike McDonald.
Yeah,
Coach of the Seahawks.
maybe, but I feel like the Patriots came from nothing.
Yeah, they had 35 new players. They basically did a college roster flip. And Vrabel came in with
transfer portal, baby.
Vrabel came in and he's another coach that saw the advantageous moment. I left Tennessee. No, I'm not going here. I'm gonna go to Ohio State. I'm gonna get the stench of Tennessee off me. I'm gonna interview for these other jobs. Cool. Then he goes and takes the job in New England. Gets Stephon Diggs gets New England job plus $100 million in Drake May and Christian Gonzalez. So now I can build around Drake May on offense, Christian Gonzalez on defense. I already have McDaniel, who I know exactly what he's going to run.
Right.
And Robert Kraft is going to give me all the leeway in the world. This is
leave me alone. Leave me alone. And he's already loved you. Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're a part of the family, but you got to do that offense. You better not. You need to already be working. Yeah. Don't fall into being the Will Champs or all the guys who just end up being good defensive coaches and never can get that offense to get quite right. But congratulations, Christian McCaffrey, comeback player of the year. I don't even know who would be a close second in this case.
Comeback player? Didn't he tear his Achilles last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody. Not with he was offensive player of the year too, wasn't he?
Right. No. We'll get. I don't have that. That's a good question. I don't have that one. If y'all know the answer, you know what? He was offensive player of the year. You're correct.
Comeback player of the year, offensive player of the year.
New award here, protector of the year. Joe Thuney. He has been phenomenal everywhere he's been. Well deserved. I don't think there's City. Yeah, I don't think I'm just
gonna use him when Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL.
Everybody can't go.
And now he's gonna be a New York Giant. No, he's not. That's the Ravens guy. Yeah, right. Joe Thuney, man, he is a testament to utility lineman. He plays every position and he plays every position well.
Well,
he needed it. That's what you get. Go ahead, you called this one.
Now, I have been in love with Ted since he was at Arizona. Somehow Arizona found a way to not make him look nearly as effective as I knew that he would be. I didn't think that the Panthers would make a good decision and get Ted. I thought that offensive rookie of the year, Tedero McMillan. But I just didn't think that the Panthers would draft him because I just assumed that they would make a mistake. I was about 98% sure that he was going to drop to the Cowboys. This just seemed like a Jerry Jones guy. And by Jerry Jones guy, I means a guy who he drafts, it ends up being really successful. And Ted's a monster. Xavier Legette, he's made him obsolete. I think that they're going to go in a different direction with him, honestly. But congratulations to Ted. You played your ass off. You and Bryce got a thing.
You are USFL.
No, you are not. Now, he is not going to the Birmingham Stallions. He is going to podcast. That is where you're a podcaster, you're a streamer. You have a very unique voice and you're an interesting person. That's your gift, brother. But congrats to Ted. He is going to be held in the NFC South. NFC South has quite the complement of receivers at this point. You got Ted. I forgot the other guy they signed that played really well. You got Drake. You still got Mike Evans. You have Emeka Egbuka, who started out. We thought he was going to be offensive rookie of the year, and then the second half of the season, he kind of got there. Then you still got the McMillan kid. You got Tez Johnson. The NFC South has a lot to be excited about in the future. But Tech, congratulations. Defensive Player of the Year, Carson Schlesinger. Write-in votes for Eman Worry. Write-in votes for James Pierce Jr. Carson Schlesinger, just amount of tackles, I think, is what got him there. But he played a ton of downs. I got to give him credit, but.
Well, he was the signal caller. He was the guy. He came in right and was the guy for Browns defense that, unfortunately for everybody in Cleveland, was really, really good, and they still suck. But they were like a top 10 defense. So I think like it's deserved because he played every down. He's not just a specialist. He did everything.
Right.
So Falcons fans were upset. I do understand being upset because James Pierce Jr., before everything happened, didn't get as many first place votes. I think he got one. And very rarely will a rookie who breaks the rookie sack record for a franchise only get one first place vote. Right. But that tells you how good Schlesinger was good, though. Shout out to the Browns front office.
Nobody cares, bro. This award, I would rather have wins. Wins is what matters. So if you don't get it this year, well, prayerfully, you get an opportunity to prove to people that you can play football again, James Pierce Jr. And Defensive Player of the Year, of course, we already knew this. He broke every record ever, believe.
Sack record.
Man.
Shout out to the Browns.
Right. $70 million cap hit. Pew, 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 pew. Good luck. But nah, those two guys, you can't take nothing away from them. They played their ass off. And then finally, 2026 Hall of Fame inductees, Larry Fitzgerald. He has more tackles than drops. Check box. Luke Kuechly, a demon, a literal football savant and demon. Drew Brees, of course, well-deserved.
Roger Craig.
Roger Craig. I love that Roger Craig actually, he opened the door for him. He was ready. And if y'all ever played Super Tecmo Bowl 1986, that one, Roger Craig was hell.
He was the first running back known for being a receiver.
Right. And Adam Vinatieri.
Out of all the Patriots that are first ballot.
Right.
It's Vinatieri. Not Bill, not Robert. And if everything holds gate, not Tom Brady.
oh yeah, you believe that if you want to.
Well, Bill.
Bill will what? He gonna shut up and take it?
No, he gonna tell his girlfriend go over there and cause hell.
All right.
His handler.
Well, with that said, we have gotten everything. We have made it through the trade deadline. We have made it through the Super Bowl.
12-11.
Right. It's a lot of sports. And then we are off next week. Y'all enjoy NBA All-Star or whatever that's going to be. I have not the slightest clue. But yeah, we will be off
next weekend, ain't it?
Yeah. We ain't gonna be here on Monday. We're not gonna be here on Saturday. There are no games to bet. We're gonna take a little break. Kev yawning in the back. Wake your ass up. But outside of that, you got anything else for the people?
No, nor if we miss anything, take us out. It's 12-12, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, thank you guys for rocking with us. It has been fun. It has been real. Hawks got destroyed again tonight. CJ McCollum did have 38 points, though. With that being said, number one, more black baseball. And y'all, once again, enjoy baseball because there will be a lockout. And then there won't be no black baseball, won't be no white baseball, won't be no baseball. Number two, shout out to Kev in the back. Appreciate you holding it down, POP. Number three, the Historic Black University your cousin went to, your auntie went to, the one you went to, the person who's to laugh and kiki in the back of church, send some money over there. The Historically Black College University in your neighborhood, the one you go to for homecoming, step shows, the vibes, You eating up all the chicken, you drinking up all the beer. Least you could do is invest in the school. And then finally, the greatest learning institution in all the world, the one that gave me a degree, gave Kevin a degree, gave Reggie a degree. We asked for $18.68 on behalf of the year that Hampton was founded. Outside of that, adios, mi amigos. God is love. Y'all see, I even went Spanish today. Papi. Y'all be safe. We out this thing. Peace.
Peace.